If you have provided GradeLink with basic student data, we may have already imported this into your account. If not, or for assistance with this service, contact GradeLink Customer Support. After the initial import, or if you would like to enter data from scratch, you can do this from the Students tab. Let's click Add New to begin entering a new student into GradeLink. The minimum information I need is the student's first name, last name, and grade level. Note, this class selector is for those schools which split their grade levels to accommodate larger numbers, such as 5A and 5B. Students will normally have a status of active until they leave your school or graduate. However, we have additional status levels which may be helpful to you, such as re-enrollment or new enrollment. If a student leaves the school during the year, it's best to set their status to inactive. Students should only be deleted if they were accidentally added to the system or left after 1 day. In most cases, though, it's best to mark students who leave as inactive. We'll leave this student as active. GradeLink will generate an ID and a username, which are numbers, and a randomized password for parents. The ID is the student's unique identifier in GradeLink. The username is utilized by parents, along with the password, for logging in. If you have an existing ID numbering system and would like to override GradeLink's default ID number, you may do so. However, this must be numerical, that is, no letters, and be unique for each student, whether active or inactive. Other information like demographics and contact info can be entered now or at any other time. But I'm all set with this new student, so I'll simply click Save down here. Now the student has been added in, along with my other students, ready for populating into classes. When you're ready to give parents the login information for their child, you can click this Login Info button up top, and GradeLink will provide an information page that tells parents what GradeLink is, how to sign in, and what their initial login and password info is. So you can print this out and distribute it to the parent to grant access. Once the parent gets home and signs in to their child's account, they will be able to change the password to something familiar to them. You can always view password information here. To generate this page for all students at once, we'll click on the Reports tab at the top and then click Login Info. This will produce this report for each student in the school, or you can limit this to a certain grade level. If a parent is having trouble signing in and they misenter the password 5 times in a row, GradeLink will automatically lock the student's account as a security measure. The parent will be directed to contact your school office for assistance. If this happens, after verifying the parent, you can unlock the student's account and reset their password if necessary. Once your classes have been configured and you have students in, the next step is to populate classes with students. Click the Populate Classes tab. From this drop-down menu at the very top of the screen, I'll select the class I want to add students into. Let's choose Reading 1. On the left side, I can see my general student population, but I only want to enter first grade students into this class, so I'll use the Grade Level menu to filter students to just first graders. Now, I can simply select these students on the left side and then click the Add button to move them into the reading class. Then, I'll choose my next class. Let's pick Attendance 1. Again, I just want first graders in my Attendance 1 class. It just so happens that my first grade teacher is dedicated to only first graders and teaches only first graders in a variety of subjects. So, I'll highlight these students as normal. But before I click Add, I'm going to check this box here, Add/Remove Students to All Classes Taught by Thomas Edison. Now, when I click Add, these students get added not only to attendance, but to math, social studies, and any other subjects Mr. Edison teaches. So this checkbox can save you some time on elementary classes. For junior high and high school, if your school is departmentalized, this checkbox will probably not be useful. Some schools have combined grade levels taught by the same teacher with classes such as English 5th to 6th. Other schools have split grade levels with classes like Reading 3A and Reading 3B. In these cases, it may be helpful to utilize the class filter above the left column. I'll select this English 5 to 6 class from the menu at the top of my screen. I want to add 5th and 6th graders not only into this class, but also into Mathematics 5 and 6. I'll start by filtering using the grade level menu to 5th graders. And I'll add them. Now I'll select 6th graders. And I'll add these 6th graders to that same class. Okay, now that class is populated, but it took 2 steps. Let's choose Mathematics 5 and 6 from the menu again at the top of the screen. I'm going to change my grade level selector back to All. And then, using this class filter below it, I'm going to select the English 5 and 6 class. Aha! Now I've got a convenient grouping of both my 5th and 6th graders, so I can easily select them all and click Add to put them into the Math 5 and 6 class. Once you've finished populating classes, teachers can begin entering grades and attendance from their GradeLink accounts.